Magman? Matt from Kirby 64. What the heck? A line? Oh my god, he's pulling from across the entire franchise. Tortilla. Forgotten Land. From the Mirror World. Oh my god. Kirby Cafe. Is this game my This game is my Fortnite. I love it so much. He really did it for every character. Oh my god, I love it so much. I love like lobbies and like kind of like more human aspects of video games like this. Oh my god, this emo. This game is my Fortnite. 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 You don't have to show me anything else. I'm sold on the entire game. Drill. Flat. Whoa. Oh my god, light speed. Oh my god, the retro tracks. Yes. Oh, what the hell? Oh no. Sandbag. Yes. Yes, there he is. What? Duo. Whoa. Yo, he looks so cool. More enemies. Yes. Scarfy. This is the weirdest one. This is the weirdest one. There he is. There he is. The Robobot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes! Wheelie Scooter! Makiko! That's literally just Kirby's voice! Is the Formula Star still ass? The Halberd? What the? Whoa! Whoa! Oh no. Whoa! This is so cool! Nightmare! Who is that? There's a Waddle Dee keychain! There's a Waddle Dee keychain! Yes! Oh my god, it's an actual story mode! These cutscenes? Look at him! Oh my god, it's the Fountain of Dreams! No! I don't know how he did it, but I'm so glad he did it. Anyway, let's go. That's what I'm saying. This fake out he does with top right is actually insane. Like, I genuinely thought he said it was axed, and then no, it's not axed. In fact, it's better. We can now use machines in top right. It's so much better. I like how he has a crowd. You can hear that. You know, when he originally showed this part off, I thought he was teasing game share, but unfortunately not. Anyway, more Gollum representation in the Big 25. This music is so funky. I need whatever this track is specifically injected into my veins. Ah, it's so good. I'm not gonna lie, before like around here, I thought this was just a roguelike mode, which honestly I would have been fine with, but no, he had to go the extra mile. Anyway, let's hyper analyze this. Actually, I just remember the first comparison I made to this when I saw it was Smash Ultimate Classic mode. I swear to God, those are the same particle effects. Okay, I remember freaking out when I saw this guy before and I thought he looked like King Dedede. That still stands true, especially with like his build, because like his build, like and then you look at his hands, and he has his own wheel. I'm pretty sure this is just some dark evil Dedede, which is going to be very ironic, because if that's true, then there's 3 Dededes. We'll get to that third one later. Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright showing up aside, I think I saw on Twitter, this binary code, I think it translates to just, huh? If I don't go to the Kirby Cafe, I keep saying this to like everyone I know, if I don't go to the Kirby Cafe before I die, I didn't live. My life didn't happen. I love how the stickers have like so much like stock Kirby art that they made over the years. I love this. This is my favorite part of the online, bar none. I don't care. I would buy the game for this alone. I love more lobby-esque, like casual. I don't even know how to explain it. Okay, you ever play Club Penguin? All right, copy abilities. All right, we confirmed Needle from some demo footage. Freeze, I don't think we confirmed Freeze. I think this is completely new, unless someone saw it Chili. Sleep, I mean, yeah, I think this was also confirmed. It's just funny it's here. Fighter, we also knew about. I did not know it had a melee move, though. I think, me personally, the only footage I saw of it was the quick spin. But yeah, no, this is really cool. Drill, this is completely new. This blew my mind because it's such a recent ability. Like, Sakurai is genuinely pulling from everywhere. Because if I had to guess, this game started development either not long or possibly even before Kirby and the Forgotten Land came out. So him including Drill, I think is kind of crazy. And I love that. Now, Flash, this is completely new. I love the hat on this thing. It's just a bunch of, like, triangles. And it's literally just, it's that one move that Spark has in, or not Spark, Plasma has in Star Allies. Spark did have it in Robobot, except it wasn't actually in the game for some reason. It was left in the code. Everyone bow for the grand return of Missile. I do think it's really funny how, for this thing, he represented it with colors. A lot of people are saying this online. Sakurai is very, like, anti-competitive, which I think is an interesting talking point, because, like, they're kind of right. Because on top of this, time trials don't don't have online leaderboards either, so it is very weird. But I personally don't care that much, but I can see why other people would. Just a little odd. All right, tracks. I think this looks really cool. This is such a cool track. Also, a civilization from ages past. What does this look like? What are these faces, these masks, these structures in the wild coup spotted? I think this one's interesting because it's like it's freeze flame, but it's not, because that's not ice, it's crystals. Also, right here we get a look at the flash enemy. He is just a series of triangles, which I think is really funny. Okay, so Steam Gust Forge, the cool thing about Steam Gust Forge is Sakurai showed off a video of him playing through the entire track on Twitter. Literally the day before this direct happened with Meta Knight on the Shadow Star. This track looks amazing. It's very frantic. And I love the steampunk aesthetic. I'm still waiting for them to put any semblance of Dreamy Gear in a game. I need that to happen so badly. All right, we gotta talk about this because they had Marx's theme playing in the background, which had me confused. And I'm looking at the interior. Then you go forward a little bit. There is a track inside of Nova, and he's putting the question marks. Like, dude, it's like, yo, what was your most popular Kirby game, man? I wonder. That's Nova's heart. Crazy concept for a track. I'm so glad it's here, though. I assume this is gonna be like this game's Nebula Belt, where it's like the final thing you unlock. Except this time, it's actually gonna be good. This was such a hype announcement. This was like, it's like you thought he couldn't go far enough with the fan service. Like, no, every single track from the previous game is back. This is so good. This is perfect. So it's like you're not missing out on anything if you can't play the original, even though you very easily can with Dolphin. But that's beside the point. Fantasy Meadows in HD, bitch. All hail the glorious HD Checker Knights. We live in the perfect timeline. I don't have much to say about this mode. I just think it's really cool that it exists. And I hope you can do it online to some extent. Unless this is stuck in offline hell like Squad Strike from Smash Ultimate, which I also thought was really cool. But I hated that you couldn't do it online. I think this thing is evil. That thing looks so evil. Like, what do you mean just immediately fills your special gates? Like, that thing must be broken. I was a bit surprised they didn't call this thing the Crackler, but then again, I guess this isn't the same thing as the cannon from the mainline Kirby games. This thing just looks really funny. You got the Mega Mushroom because, you know, why not? He's actually the size of a building. I think it's insane. And by the looks of it, yeah, no, he makes the buildings start like crumbling. That's an insane mechanic if you can just get rid of buildings like that. I can't forget the Splatoon 2 Stingray, because holy crap, you know why not? I do like this distinction with the rare boxes, but on the other hand, I think it is very strange that they're keeping the legendary air ride machine parts to the red boxes, because he quickly shows off that they're only in red boxes after this. But like, I feel like rare boxes would be like the perfect way to keep them. A little series, yeah, okay, man, sure, whatever. I do think it's interesting that this is the legendary air ride machine music. This is the same exact rendition from the original game. I don't know if he's playing it just to hide a potential new rendition, because I was really hoping for a remix. I don't hate this though. I just, you know, because you also have the Smash Bros. Brawl version. So, just something I noticed. I don't got much to say about the team battles. I think it's cool that they're here. I love this thing. This completely random thing that he decided to put in the city trial map, because it feels like a playground rumor. It's like, oh yeah, that really far away thing that like in any other video game probably wouldn't have collision. It's like, oh yeah, you can get up there and there's like a super secret thing. Like that feels like a playground rumor, but this is an actual thing in city trial. I love that so much. Like, what the heck is this? I thought this was another dimension at first. It might as well be. Or like, is this like the moon where the Marks battle takes place? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. You know, when I first saw this, I thought it meant Sakurai was a fan of Hollow Knight's Silk Song. You know, barring the Tyranza reveal like 30 seconds later. Not even 30 seconds, 10 seconds. Oh my god. I'm really glad he chose to show off Tyranza first, because it's like everyone was wondering where he was. You know, the Star Allies Wave 3 Polycule, it wasn't complete without him. He got lost, you know? They caught me off guard. Like, I just wasn't expecting them. I think it's really nice that they're a duo. Sakurai has like the Ice Climbers in Smash. It's like he really likes his duos. DeRoach! I don't know. Like, this was so, like, okay. At first, you know, like, I don't think it was crazy to assume that, like, he was gonna add, like, most of the Dream Friends from Star Allies, because that's kind of, like, where it looked like it was going. But you look at his render, dude, he's got that Sakurai touch. Like, his fur is, like, pretty much realistic. More realistic than in, like, Star Allies. And his cloak is, like, actually torn instead of, it was, like, the pattern at the edge, but now it's just torn. This is the name of my dog. The Rick Heads one. Hashtag real Rick hours. I love Sakurai's like his blend of like fantastical elements and character design, but also like he has that touch of like semi-realism or even just realism. Because dude, Rick has never looked this furry in his life. My man is a plushie. Okay, I'm probably the only person on planet Earth who screamed when they saw Scarfy. I did that because I wasn't expecting. Okay, every other enemy that's been added has made sense to some degree, in my opinion. Like Knuckle Joe, Rocky, Waddle Doo. It's like, yeah, and Starman. They're enemies that like they give copy abilities. Cappy's been in the Kirby franchise since day one, so I feel like Cappy also makes sense to some extent. But like, Scarfy's genuinely just a ball. When I saw this render, I immediately put it on my public Instagram story with the caption, "My stupid chud son who can't count to 3." This made my day. This was the moment I knew this game was peak and I was buying it immediately. I already was. But oh my god, I'm a big Waddle Dee fan. I am. Yeah, I wonder what gave that away. And for me, there's like, I feel like, in my opinion, there's a very clear distinction personally in playing as Bandana Waddle Dee and playing as a normal Waddle Dee. Playing as a Waddle Dee, like a normal one, just makes me feel like myself, you know, because, you know, my Sona, you know, the little dude, that's just a Waddle Dee with like a red twisted headband. And honestly, yeah, it's just like, I am a Waddle Dee. This is me. I can play as myself. This, I freaked out when I first watched this because they were playing the Robobot music, Pink Ball Activate. And then I saw this machine and I'm like, okay, yeah. I like to imagine this machine is spiritually the Robobot armor. That's like, that's the coolest gimmick I've ever seen. That's the coolest gimmick I've ever seen for any of the machines. If anything, it looks cool. Sakurai is such a real one. All right, I think it's really funny that we finally have confirmation on the Formula Star, but then like later on he talks about how he didn't change the stats of any of them. So I'm just left wondering, is this thing still ass? I remember being confused by this thing's design, and then I saw that it can just jump. Like, okay, sure, that's gonna be very interesting gameplay wise. I didn't realize the Jet Star wasn't confirmed. Actually, no, I think it was in the loading screen of one of Sakurai's preview gameplays, where that loading screen showed off. Oh my god, now that I think about it. Yeah, that loading screen showed off the Transform Star, the Jet Star, and the Wheelie Scooter. That's interesting. I'm so happy. Again, we technically already knew, but I'm so happy. This thing is so funny. This thing caught me off guard. This thing looks so menacing. This thing looks diabolical, and it's got like super armor. Dude, he puts so much love into these games, and he highlights voice actors. Sakurai highlights voice actors. He's doing better than the film industry right now. I popped off so hard. When I get the game, I'm immediately setting my voice to Makiko Omoto. I love her voice so much, and I love that it's just like that's spiritually like hearing Kirby's voice. And I also think it's really ironic that before Sakurai was like, it would be weird if Kirby talked, but this is technically just Kirby talking. See, like, it's stuff like this. It's stuff like that, like Sakurai, he does it like no other, and it's amazing. A Nintendo game with music and sound effects sliders, and even more sliders. Like, dude, this isn't a Nintendo game. This is a Sakurai game, and that's the best possible outcome. I also do think it's funny that he just casually revealed the music player in My Music here, like way before he actually highlighted them. I also really popped off when I heard Spinning Jungle in this. Like, that was what made me realize he's really pulling music from all across the entire series. I love Spinning Jungle so much. All right, we gotta pause here. We have to pause here. You know why? You know why? We can clearly see that all of these machines and all of these rows are very evenly spaced, except there is a missing machine right here in between the two legendary machines and the Flight Warp Star. Now, my theory, if we come on over to the gummy section, I didn't realize this before, but right now I'm coming straight off of Failboat's reaction to this, which is really funny because he was just using a soundboard the whole time. And he pointed out immediately after this that they show off the Dragoon gummy and then a gummy of an unknown machine. I remember when I first saw this, I thought nothing of it. And then he realized that this might just be the third legendary machine, because it came right after the Dragoon, and as we see there's a missing slot here. I'm pretty sure whatever that gummy is, it might just be the third legendary machine. If that's the case, I'm so happy there's a third legendary machine. This is gonna be so useful for thumbnails. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wonder what the difference between the good and the fake ones are. I think it might be, hold on. Let me see. I see it. These ones have like the little white particles in the blue gradient and more of a galaxy-esque texture on the dark part. The real ones. The fake ones, they have no such texture. The spiral goes under the box, like it goes all the way down. It cuts off. And this is just like a dark purple gradient. So these are the fake ones. Keep that in mind, people. Okay, here's something interesting. I saw this. I was really happy because holy crap, grand wheelie in the current day and age. But what's interesting to me is that as much modern Kirby rep as there is in this game, Grand Wheelie doesn't use his design from Kirby Triple Deluxe, which I think is very odd. Because yeah, in case you didn't know, Grand Wheelie got a redesign in Kirby Triple Deluxe to differentiate him from like normal wheelies, because before he just used to look like a really big wheelie. And I thought this was really cool, especially his EX form, but it's just not the case. I think this is really cool. I'm just choosing to believe this is spiritually just, this is the UFO ability. This is crazy, because if they can just show up, that's gonna be insane. Like, anyone could just find it and hop on it. All I'm gonna say is I'm really glad we have a fully explorable 3D halberd. I think that's one of the coolest things to come out of this field event. Interestingly enough, the combo cannon is nowhere to be seen. I think it's really cool that you can just play them like they're Mario Party minigames. I think I already pointed this out in the last one, but this is gonna be so nice for competitive. Button rush, I think, is really cool. It's just like zone control, you know? And we got GCN Baby Park. I think this is insane. This is one of the coolest things they could have done. I love teaming up to fight like raid boss type things. I think this is one of the coolest modes. And this attack, oh my god. Now, I thought this was the coolest thing. Honestly, for my nerdy ass brain, I thought the lock-on was the coolest thing, dude. I love my Elden Ring bosses in my Kirby games, dude. That's just what I thought of. It just reminded me of Elden Ring. When he said this, I genuinely lost my mind. All right, a 3D nightmare boss, even bigger, 02. When I first watched this, I didn't even recognize this was 02 because of the way he was like fragmented. But then you look at, oh my god, it's insane. This fight, I wonder how he's gonna depict him, because for those who don't know, 02's art, his wings are supposed to be nerve endings, which is insane as a design choice. I wonder if Sakurai is actually gonna make it look like that. That would genuinely be insane, considering his slight realism. That would be insane. I'm sure it wasn't that hard to notice, but I think all of the checklists make a picture, which I think is really nice. That's just like a nice touch. I love the very specific Squeak Squad reference. I remember seeing this on the website back when I did the first video. This is insane. This is just really funny. We got Knuckle Joe's stand rush. This has been memed on Twitter. This is so funny. I think this deserved to get like 20,000 likes from that one edit that one dude made, where they added the sound effects to his running. He looks just like Smash, and I think it's really funny. Also, that curse effect looks devilish. I wonder what it does. Oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun with this. When I saw this, I'm not gonna lie, all I could think of was this game mogged to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Completely. I'm gonna have so much fun with this. I cannot wait. Because some of the stuff even Sakurai's made here, presumably, it looks so good. I know you all just saw from at the beginning of the video, assuming you watched that part, but when I saw this, I actually lost my shit. Like, genuinely, I'm putting this on whatever my machine is, and I'm never taking it off, ever. Inflation is on the rise in SKYAH. Him using Kirby Battle Royale music, another solidifier that he's pulling from across the entire franchise, and I was so happy to just, like, dude, Apple Scramble. Anyway, I called the hat thing. Granted, it wasn't very hard to call because of how explicit the icon was in that menu, but I called the hat thing, as I'm sure a lot of other people did. And I'm really glad it's flexible between every single rider. And my god, Mark's wearing anything but his Jester hat looks so unbelievably cursed. He's bald. Oh my god. This, like, he actually thought of everything. That's such a nice feature. I remember, like, only being able to do that in the Air Ride hat pack. I'm so glad it's an official thing you can do now. Just the sheer amount of decals there are, it's actually amazing. And there's so much sprites. There's so many sprites too. It's wonderful. I called this, well, not exactly what it did, but I pointed the gummies out like in the first direct. I was so confused. They essentially amount to like nothing, genuinely nothing. But I love that he did it anyway. Like it's such a random but cute thing. Like yeah, man. I want to become a gamillionaire. Hell yeah. Thank you both for your glorious contributions to not only Sakurai's games, but the Kirby franchise as a whole. This game has an orchestrated soundtrack. This game has an orchestrated soundtrack. This game is... I also called this, literally just because I saw the same exact looking icon when he started City Trial before. So glad I was right, because I love this feature. And I think it was really funny that he had to include Smash somehow. I love the way this looks. It's a desk. I love it so much. I love it so much. And like, look, there's a little Waddle Dee toy here too. I think this events thing is interesting. He never goes over this. So it's probably only related to online. Can't wait to see what they do with the events. All right, he didn't go over this, but there is a spectator mode. The paddock, I don't think we know exactly how it works. Maybe you just join a random one, or you make one, or maybe you even see a list of all of the available ones. Who knows? This is definitely the Kirby game with the most fleshed out online, which, by the way, if you haven't seen what Kirby's online history is like, you should check out my video that I made on that very topic. Okay, here's something he didn't go over. Rivals. I don't know if this means like people you played against, and you know, like like your battle history against them, or what if this game's character unlock method is how it is in Smash, where you randomly get into a match with them and you have to beat them. I don't know. This is a thing that is unelaborated on, so we could see more of it in the future. Here, movies is very interesting because that implies a lot of cutscenes, which we've already seen some in this direct, but this implies even more, so I cannot wait to see what movies is about. I don't know exactly what it translates to, whether it be now or like also, but I love how much Sakurai uses that word. Now. I just think it's really funny. Also, we know what ZL does. It's the checklist, which I think is really nice to have on like every menu, so you can always keep it in mind. I'm really glad they kept these tutorials. I hope there's a remix of the same music they made for those. He doesn't stop winning. There's so much here. You can switch the sticks. God knows what motion controls would do in this game, but they're there. Quick spin. I'm pretty sure this means quick spin can be a button, which, thank God, that's such a nice thing that the original just doesn't have. Really excited about quick spin being a button, potentially. The size, the opacity, like, oh my God, there's so much. Outlines? For what, the HUD? Or is there actually an outline mode, like Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe? Like, what? I really love the amiibos, but they're $50. I unfortunately don't have that kind of money. The last thing I would have expected is for Sakurai to give the machines lore. This is genuinely insane. Also, these cutscenes are so clean. Like, dude, and then they do this flash reel. Like, okay, that's Zora. What is going on? What is gonna happen in this story that warrants all of this? This is a battle fleet. Like, what is gonna happen in the story that warrants all this? All right, this looks like Subspace Emissary. We're getting into... There are so many layers to this. We are getting into deep territory. What is this? This is like a fort? Like, where are we going? There's a battle fleet. Like, okay, there's clearly some kind of external, like, force or company, like, organization. Because otherwise, what is all this? You know? And we go forward a couple frames. Is this a cannon? Is it, like... I'm so lost. Again, it looks like a fortress, but I don't know. This could be so many things. And again, it has so much Subspace Emissary energy, which I love, but I have no idea where the story's gonna go. And clearly he's connected to all of it. He might just be the leader, which I think is interesting considering I think he was at the end of a road trip. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is literally the story. I'm stupid. But yeah, he's behind all of this. He's some kind of big boss. I don't know. Again, if this ends up being like DDD's long lost cousin or something who just got really into engineering, I'm happy for him, man. And I can't wait to fight him. Also, Zora, this thing right here, this is just a wheelie, right? Like, I feel like, look, it has the wheelie design, like, beats. This is a wheelie. This is some, like, ancient wheelie who, I don't know, maybe the birth giver of all the other machines. This is a wheelie, and I can't wait to see what they do with it. That's its eye right there. Just the actual wheel part has been turned into rocks. It's got this is a wheelie. I wonder if we're gonna unlock it for normal play. I think that would be awesome. I love this speech he gives. The speech he gives is beautiful, and I wish more game developers were like him. He genuinely cares. Sakurai is a gift to the gaming industry and Kirby and every franchise he touches. And then they casually reveal that the story is gonna go nuts because not only do they show off the Fountain of Dreams and the Star Rod doing something important, but dude, can we talk about how hyper realistic he looks? Again, it's that Sakurai touch. Like, like, this is insane. This thing is menacing. This is a Nova to like the actual human eye. Oh, and then they announced this like it's no big deal. Like he doesn't even say this verbally. It's like, yeah, man, sure. I will be there. Can't forget about the website because this thing also got heavily updated. So let's look at it. All right, first off, we got the new characters and their alts. Waddle Dee, he's got a yellow alt, which I think is nice. It is a little funny that he has this when his special is Golden Waddle Dee, but it's serviceable. Rick, his alt, I think it's a nice. I remember I originally thought this was like supposed to look like Nago, and then I actually looked at Nago. This is not Nago. Rick, again, look at his furriness. It's that Sakurai touch. Rocky, I love him. I think this alt is supposed to, this is probably either an alternate color palette from Kirby Superstar or Kirby Superstar Ultra, or it might just be a reference to like Stone Kirby, like when he becomes a pink stone specifically. Scarfy literally jump scares you because its render changes in, yep, there it is. Its render changes in real time on the website, and it's a pink Scarfy, which I'm pretty sure is from Dreamland 3. And I think that's really nice because I think pink Scarfy has become its most common alternate color palette just throughout the series. Lolo and Lalala, Sakurai, never missing with these costume references. This is their revenge forms from Kirby's Blowout Blast, which is such a cool callback. Marks has a completely unique color palette. Honestly, I love it. I love black and white Marks. This like desaturated, drained of all color Marks. I think it suits him really well. I love this Marks alt. Now DeRoach, of course, he had to go with Dark DeRoach for the alt. So good. It's so good. Dark Tyranza fans, they stay winning. Dark Tyranza fans are on a generational run. I'm saying this like they got more than literally just 2 things, but like, hey, when are they ever gonna talk about like Kirby Clash stuff in the future, you know? Especially a boss like Dark Tyranza, which is the final boss of a free-to-play game. Dark Tyranza. Oh my god, he's on a generational run right now. All right, now we're gonna look at specials. Golden Waddle Dee we've already seen. It just makes him invincible, which is fitting. I also think it's funny. Rick, the skedaddler. Rocky, we've seen the meteor. It basically just looks like Crash. Scarfy, we have not seen. Scarfy just goes on a maniacal rampage, which I think is really fitting. It's also really funny. Lolo and Lalala, they do their boss attack. They throw the emerald blocks. I think that's really good. And eventually they throw a big one that slides around. That's so good. Marks' true form, which also curses whoever it touches. DeRoach just, this is so toxic. He just turns invisible and steals abilities. Tyranza throws Tyranza webs. They're really, just a really good super all around. They haven't, honestly, I don't think they've missed with any of the specials. And then we've got the new machines. Formula Star, which I have to wonder if it's still terrible. Like, I wonder if Sakurai even noticed that. We've got the Jet Star, which definitely has one of the most fun gimmicks out of all the stars. It just shoots like a bullet whenever it leaves the ground. The Hop Star is really interesting, especially like if you map Quick Spin to a button, this thing just has a jump button. Again, I really wonder how that's gonna fare in the level design, but I think it'll be really fun. The King, the glorious goat, the wheelie scooter. You can never go wrong with the wheelie scooter. Coolest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Like, oh my god. It's even got 2 separate renders for its 2 modes. Can I just say how good of a silhouette this is? I love the silhouette. For the wheelie mode, that's such a cool silhouette. I love that. And then we got this thing, like actual, I don't even know what to call this thing. It's just super armor. We got John's super armor, and we've got this new extras tab, but all this is still really cool. Although I don't think we're gonna get any new information out of this one. I love the photos they showed. I think Sakurai took all of these, but yeah, there's a bunch of photos for photo mode. I love all of these. They're really good. This was something they tweeted that made people think it was the photo mode. Oh my god, yeah, the reference to Revenge of Meta Knight. This is a reference to the opening of the original game, which I think is really nice. Then we've got the top right section, which again, I don't think there's much here that we don't already know. But yeah, I'm happy it's back. I like it. We've got road trip, story mode. This is just such a cool thing. And oh my god, there he is. And then we've got the online, which I love so much. There's so much stuff here. I love it. And then the city trial page. Yeah, again, I don't think the website's not is gonna have like as much new information as like the last direct. It was really just like the colors, and the specials. But it's still cool that there's a section here. Then of course there's the Robo DDD fight, which, my god, this render goes hard. Cannot wait to fight this thing. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it. I cannot wait for this game to come out.